Hey you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the Block. I am here with our weekly video, weekly blog post all about creating a healthier home environment for you, creating a healthy building block for a complete healthy lifestyle. So this week we're going to take you into the kitchen. I'm talking about countertops and cabinets. This was a suggestion from someone that follows me on Instagram. I love getting ideas from you guys, and I love hearing what you're concerned about as well. And then I like to share it with everybody else once I have gone through and helped someone. So a lot of people, when they're doing a kitchen remodel, will tackle both kitchen cabinets and countertops. But what I'm also sharing with you this week is a couple ways that you can update your kitchen or make it healthier. So remove some of those toxins without doing a full remodel, because we don't always have the option of doing that for us. We kind of are doing ours in pieces. We just did the floors, and we have plans for countertops and kitchen cabinets that probably won't involve us demoing our whole kitchen. We're gonna just do it piece by piece, and that's okay. You don't have to completely rip out materials in your home and put in completely toxin free if it doesn't work for you and your family. So I think that's really important to note here. I'm gonna take you guys through some slides today. We're gonna go through countertop materials that should be avoided. So if you're shopping for new materials, I would avoid these that I'm going to tell you about. If you have these in your home, maybe consider replacing the countertops at some point. I'm giving you some options to really work with what you have. I think the biggest thing, and you're going to hear it over and over again today, is seal up any manufactured wood. So AFM has like a coating that you can, it's a clear coat you can paint on. It will block in VOCs, it will block in formaldehyde. I think putting that on any particle board, any plywood, any medium density fiberboard that you have in your kitchen is going to be very beneficial. And then from there, if you want to change the look of something, you can add a layer on top of it. I have a couple options that we're going to talk about. So you definitely don't have to completely rip things out, but I think sealing up that man-made material that contains formaldehyde, VOCs, is going to be key in creating a space that has less toxins in it. So let's get started with our slides, and I will walk you through all of the options for healthy kitchen countertops and healthy kitchen cabinets, and why this matters, and how to avoid making the wrong choice. All right, so let's get down to the details of healthy kitchen countertop materials and cabinets. So whether you're choosing to create a brand new healthy space, whether you're choosing to remodel a space, or whether you're choosing to just update it or do some things without a complete remodel, I have lots of options for you guys. So first, let's talk about the countertop materials to avoid. So if you're looking around your kitchen, or you're going to be shopping for new kitchen countertops, these are the ones you want to avoid. So first is laminate. Laminate countertops are made from like layers of paper that are tightly pressed together. And between the paper layers, resin is added, and it's often sealed with a plastic-based laminate on top. So the top is plastic. We know that contains chemicals like phthalates, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, bisphenol toxins. All of these toxins are endocrine disruptors, and they have been known to cause health problems such as suppressing the immune system, delaying development in children, and they're also potentially carcinogenic. The laminate countertop is almost always attached to like a particle board base or a plywood. We know that the strong adhesives within these products are made with formaldehyde, which is a carcinogenic VOC. So we want to avoid that. The next type of countertop that we want to avoid is like chemically sealed countertop. Most sealers that are added to stone, manufactured stone or concrete, do in fact contain toxins. Many times the sealers that are used contain different types of VOCs and a wide variety of like solvents and toxins, and that's what helps it get that durable, sustainable, clear finish. If you can find toxin-free sealers, like AFM Safe Coat, that's a good alternative. And then that would kind of change that type of countertop to be a little bit less toxic. So it's all in the sealer. The next one is granite. Now, this is a sometimes for me. I don't always think this is a huge issue, but granite countertops that are not sealed can emit some level of radon into the air. Radon is a cancer-causing gas. So whether it's a toxic level or not, you would only know through like a test. You'd have to do like a radon test in your kitchen. Choosing a solid granite piece of countertop is also better than choosing a thin overlay of granite, which is often laid over particle board or laminate bases. All right, so let's take a look at these next ones. Formica, it's not necessarily considered toxic, but it's almost always attached to like a particle board, which we know contains strong adhesive made with formaldehyde, which is a carcinogenic VOC. The next type is a solid surface countertop. So this is usually made with like fillers and resins. The resins are often created with polyester or acrylic. Acrylic resins are made with toxic materials like formaldehyde, which is carcinogenic, and then a couple other chemicals that cause damage to the lungs, cause damage to like our antioxidant system within our bodies, cause irritation, damage to the eye, skin, nose, and throat. And I have some studies linked for you guys on the blog this week with some proof that points to that. So if you're looking for that, head to the blog. The last one is engineered stone. This is a countertop it's man-made with like a polyester resin added to like a quartz or a stone base. And this product is really durable. It's resistant to scratches. The polyester resin, however, gives off like a toxic styrene. Styrene is known to be carcinogenic, which is cancerous. It's a chemical that damages the genetic information within our cells and causes mutations. So we want to avoid that as well. So let's talk about the better options. Let's talk about some healthy kitchen counter options. First is wood. Wood is a natural element. It can be a beautiful countertop. You'll want to make sure that the wood is sealed with a low or no VOC finish to protect the wood from damage and water. Wood is actually naturally protected against bacteria, so it's great for a kitchen surface. It also is really easy to fix if it becomes damaged. So you can just like sand it down, you can reseal it, but there is definitely a level of maintenance for these countertops. So make sure you're up for it before you put in wood countertops. The second option would be concrete. This is a great option because you can almost completely customize it. Concrete countertops will need to be sealed, and you can add like a stain to it, but I don't always recommend that. But if you seal it, it'll be resistant to other stains, so it won't alter that grayish tint. It is also naturally resistant to really high heat. However, high heat can sometimes discolor the sealer on it. You will want to check with your contractor though to find a concrete that doesn't contain vinyl or latex if you want to keep it 100% healthy. All right, the next one is quartz. So this is a man-made product. Cambria quartz is actually one of the few countertops that has the Green Guard stamp of approval, and these countertops are extremely resistant to moisture, heat, scratches. The best part is that they rarely require any sort of sealing, so it's a fairly low maintenance option. And it's pretty easy to find the material. It's priced a little bit on the higher end, but not too bad. And then let's talk natural stones. So this would be like marble, limestone, quartzite, which do not confuse that with man-made quartz. That's different. These are all natural stones found in the earth, and all of these are a great option because they're natural. So they come directly from the earth. They undergo very little processing. The stones have to be sealed. However, if you can do like mechanical sealing instead of chemical sealing, that's going to eliminate some of the toxins that you're bringing into your house. You can find chemical-free sealers, but you will have to continue to seal them, so there's a little bit of maintenance involved. And then we've got stainless steel. So this is kind of particular. Some people don't care for this look. Sometimes it's not great for resale because not everybody likes it. But stainless steel is an incredibly durable surface. It doesn't chip. It typically doesn't stain. Stainless steel is also naturally resistant to bacteria, which makes it really good for our kitchen. But again, definitely a style preference there. And then the last one I'm listing, and I have a link in this week's blog post to Ice Stone. It's a newer product. It's an excellent eco-friendly option. It's made of 100% recycled glass and mixed with like a non-toxic Portland cement. It's free of all plastics, and their countertops are naturally scratch resistant. So there's a little bit of maintenance involved in sealing it from time to time, but not too bad. Okay, so if you don't want to do a full remodel, you're not going to replace all your kitchen cabinets, you're not going to replace your kitchen countertops, what do you do? So the first thing is seal in particle board. This is going to prevent VOCs from off-gassing in your house. So I always think the first thing you want to do when you're updating your kitchen is to make sure plywood, particle board, any sort of manufactured wood is sealed so that it cannot off-gas. I recommend AFM Safe Seal. It's the best product that I know of out there to do this. It goes on like clear and it's applied with like a paint roller. It seals in VOCs and formaldehyde that would naturally be off-gassing, and it's a great way to reduce toxins on a small budget. The next option would be to do like a non-toxic epoxy resin. So you may have seen people making like their own designs with epoxy resins and sealing in their countertops to make them look like completely different. I think this is a great option, but you have to do it safely and you have to plan it out. It can be super economical too. So first you want to make sure to get a non-toxic food grade resin to use on your countertop. And you also want to be sure that you're working on a day where you have lots of ventilation. I linked AFM acrylic seal and art resin in the blog post this week as good non-toxic options for the product. You'll also want to make sure that you are sealing in any plywood or particle board underneath to make sure you have another way to seal in the VOCs and formaldehyde so they're not off-gassing. You could also do a concrete top layer. So you could add like a thin concrete layer to the top of your cabinets. You would just want to seal it with like a chemical-free, non-toxic sealer like AFM acrylic seal. Concrete itself is considered non-toxic if you get one without like latex and other things, but you'll have to be careful if you choose to add like a dye or a color to the concrete because that can add some toxins. So it's a great way to update your countertops to a healthy option without like ripping out cabinets and installing brand new, so it's more eco-friendly. But again, you want to make sure that you're sealing in the plywood or particle board before adding in that concrete. And then the last one is to do tile. Some homes, people choose to add a layer of tile to the existing cabinets to give them kind of like a new look and a new feel. You just want to make sure that you've sealed in any plywood. I'm sure you're getting tired of me saying that. And then you can add like a quick set grout that's non-toxic. And generally, if it's quick set, it has fewer VOCs and they off-gas for a fewer period of time anyways while it's curing. And then use like a grout sealer to prevent any staining or wear. I have some links to AFM's non-toxic grout sealer on there for you. And then watch out for tile that has like dye in it. You also want to make sure that you're getting a natural tile that doesn't have lead or cadmium in it. All right, and so to finish this video up, let's talk about healthy kitchen cabinets. So really the best and like the only healthy kitchen cabinet option, in my opinion, is to go with solid wood. Because most of the time cabinets are not just solid wood, there are other components added to them. It can be really difficult to know if you truly have toxin-free cabinets. Natural kitchen cabinets should contain no particle board, medium density fiberboard, or plywood. It should be all 100% natural components. So that means like opening it up, looking at the shelves. Cabinets that are part of a healthy kitchen should contain no adhesives or should use formaldehyde-free adhesives. And then when you're looking at covering the cabinets, you want to make sure that you're using a completely VOC-free stain or paint. I have some links for you in this week's blog post to get non-toxic paint, and then like a wood sealer for you that's completely VOC free. That's gonna make it a healthier option as well. And then another option to try is taking out upper cabinets and doing like natural wood with steel or like metal elements and doing open shelving. I think this is a great way to remove some of the toxins, like if you have laminate cabinets or something, and putting in something more natural. So I hope that gives you some ideas on what you can do in your own kitchen. Like I said, we don't have to go and demo our whole kitchen. You can do a lot with what you have. I have heard people say before, home takes time, and it's so true. You can do things piece by piece. But if you are also in the market where you are just going to get rid of cabinets, countertops in a kitchen, make sure you're doing the research so that you're putting in healthy materials that are going to allow a space that is free of toxins to be kind of that center hub of your home. I think the kitchen, for us at least, is usually where we spend a lot of our time. Everyone seems to congregate there. So having a space that has very few VOCs, that has no formaldehyde, that has natural surfaces with proper ventilation is going to be key. If you guys have any questions on creating a kitchen that is free of toxins, I have the Kitchen Detox Workbook that is linked in this week's post for you guys. That's a great place to get started if you want to start with your kitchen. It goes through not only the materials in your kitchen, but it also talks about the products we bring into our kitchen as well. So it's kind of very rounded and full, has a little bit of everything in there for you. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you might have. You can contact me by email or on one of my social media pages. I'll be more than happy to work with you to detox your own kitchen. See you later.